Hey, are you connected to your cell phone and all the technical advances that we have? iPads. Today is March 6th, and it is National Unplugging Day. Joe Boyle is our guest. He's the CEO of TRUCE Software. Hey, Joe, when you were a kid, did you, ride your bike, play in the street, go to the park, rather than sitting on a couch and playing video games with your thumbs?
I did. I suppose I'm old school that way.
And I did as well. With National Day of Unplugging, is this something that, I feel naked if I leave my phone at home.
Well, you're not alone. I think that's how most people feel, and that's part of what we were trying to understand as we conducted the survey. The National Day of Unplugging is a great concept, and it's not new. It started over 10 years ago, and it really recognizes that the more time we spend connected by technology, the less time we spend connected to the things that truly matter in our lives. But over those 10 years, the concept was hard when it started, but as mobile devices have become more prolific, and with each new must-have app, that idea of switching off for 24 hours just gets harder and harder. And we wanted to understand what that meant to the workplace.
And what does it mean?
Well, we surveyed about 1,500 workers across the U.S., and there were several things that surprised us. We recognize that in today's world, pretty much everybody has a smartphone at work. What we didn't know was that 61% of our survey respondents told us that the smartphone that they have at work is their own personal device, and that what that's really leading to is this complete blending between our personal and professional lives. With that blending, the number of alerts and interactions that we're having with our device are just skyrocketing. The average person is going to interact with their device over 2,600 times every day.
2,600 times? Oh, my. Which means that productivity is down because they're answering calls or messages from family, friends, getting ready for tonight rather than working.
Oh, you're absolutely right. And, our survey respondents tell us that they recognize this. 89% of the survey respondents said, yes, I see that the device is distracting me, and so at various times I'm trying to tune it out by putting it on silent, but it's not working because 80% of those same respondents also have their device configured to send them proactive alerts throughout the day, and they respond right away. Only 4% of the survey respondents told us that they could actually manage to wait until the end of the day to respond to all these alerts that they get.
And at the same time, like we're talking now, my phone is sitting right here. I'd have to say something like, Joe, we're talking about TRUCE Software and we're talking about a deal of some kind, and all of a sudden my phone goes, Joe, hold on a second. My wife wants me to pick up milk on my way home, whatever it might be.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. In fact, on average, the data tells us that 4 to 5 hours out of every week, workers are spending interacting with their mobile devices on things that are not work-related. 4 to 5 hours of every week looking at a phone for something that's not related to work.
That's over 10% of of a 40-hour work week.
Yep.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's productivity goes down. Tell me about TRUCE Software for a second. That to me, TRUCE means, hey, I'm giving up. Tell me about TRUCE Software.
Yeah, well, so we believe that TRUCE is about finding a balance. It's about finding a balance, right? And so we are very pro-technology. We believe that mobile devices and other forms of technology can do tremendous things to help us be more productive, but that you have to use them in a balance. And so what our platform does is it helps companies to think about device usage situationally. And what I mean by that is that, what's okay for your worker to do when they're at home on their device is very different from what is okay to do when they're sitting in the office. And that's different even still from what they should be doing when they're in a high-risk environment, like out on the job floor or operating a motor vehicle. And so the platform allows our customers to establish acceptable use policies that really are situationally based, and then enforce them to ensure that mobile devices are truly being used to drive the right things and to block out the things that aren't productive or safe.
At the same time, I know this is designed for business, but for our millennial listeners, we've got to get them to communicate and use their mouths. They don't. They text, they message, they don't communicate the way people really are supposed to, and I don't think it's healthy. Any data on that?
So there's definitely some interesting age-related data in our survey. For example, when I talk about the ability to sort of wait until the end of the day to respond to things, the highest age group that was able to really do that were workers over 55. When I talk about, workers recognizing that the device is distracting them and trying to put it on silent, 18 to 34-year-olds are far less likely to put it on silent and try and drown out, those alerts. So, look, there's really a strong correlation between how much of your life has been spent in a technology-enabled world and how much has not been. You can certainly see that in the survey results.
Would you recommend that people not use their mobile phones or mobile devices as much and go old school? Would that be a better way of working, communicating, or are we stuck with the smartphones?
Well, I think that it's really about balance. Here's the thought that I'd give you. The research tells us that the average worker is spending 4 or 5 hours a day. 4 or 5 hours a week on their personal phone for things that are not work related. Now, in today's world, we say, well, I don't care where the work gets done. I just care that it gets done. And so what's happening is that personal and professional lives are blending together. Our personal lives disrupt our work lives disrupt our personal life. And, we keep talking about this concept of work-life balance, but people are saying that it feels more and more out of balance. Employee burnout continues to go up. Overall satisfaction continues to diminish. So as you think about the National Day of Unplugging, ask yourself this: how much better would your work-life balance be if you could get those 5 hours back into your work week? How much less work would you end up bringing home? And what could you do with those 5 hours that would help you to live a better life?
So are you unplugging today?
I am. At sundown today, myself and my family will be turning off our devices, and they will remain off until sundown tomorrow, and we're looking forward to it. It'll be a great chance to reconnect.
What about things like smart TVs? They go off too?
Yeah, we are going to do a technology-free day. Wow. We're really looking forward to it. The weather's supposed to be great. It's starting to warm up a little bit, so we're looking forward to getting out and enjoying it.
Got it. Well, have a great time. Oh, look, my phone is going off right now. My wife wants me to stop by the market on my way home this afternoon. So I do have to take this call. Our guest is Joe Boyle, the CEO of TRUCE Software, here on Late Night Health. I'm Mark Alyn. We'll see you next time.